Do you have a hard time thinking about even getting up in front of a crowd and speaking? Do you get nervous and have nightmares the day before speech? Because that's how I was. Just the thought of having to take a speech class gave me anxiety. I was one of those people who dreaded talking in front of two or three people. I didn't think that I was good at it. When I found out that I had to take a speech class in college, I panicked. I did whatever I could to try to avoid it. And I pretty much waited until my last semester to do it. But now that I've done it, I can honestly say that I am happy. Through this course, I have learned a tremendous amount. I have learned how to come up with three different speeches, how to prepare for them, how to make my outlines. For some speeches, I've learned how to do visual aids. I learned what to do and what not to do. You don't want to have too much information. You don't want full, long, structural sentences because when you do that, people are going to have a hard time listening to you while you're speaking because they're going to be more focused on your presentation in the background that they might miss a lot of information. So your goal with PowerPoints and visual aids, you want to include the littlest but most precise and most important information in the whole speech because when you're talking and when they see it, they're going to remember it a lot more. And as far as, that's more for informational speeches when you want to, you know, teach someone how to do something. For example, I did my CPR speech, and for that, I did an actual demonstration. So I explained it. I explained what CPR was, how to do it, when you should do it, and then I demonstrated the act. So I wasn't necessarily giving my speech while I was doing it because those people are going to be more interested in what I'm doing than what I'm saying. So in demonstrations for informational speeches, it's more important to talk first, maybe, so that way they can get a gist of what you're saying and understanding it all. And then you do your demonstration and you include all the important information. I learned obviously about the Monroe sequencing and how important that is, and how you can, if you follow those steps and give the correct information and you give good information and you are credible, you have a good chance of persuading someone to do something if, of course, they're on the same page as you and share the same beliefs. After taking this course, I can honestly say that I am a lot more confident in talking to people and even presenting in front of people. A lot of people face the anxiety and the fear of talking in front of people, and I was definitely one of those people on a severe level. Being fair skinned, I would get really blushy. My voice would start shaking. And I don't think it's easier to do it online per se because you're still faced with those people in the way that our professor made us give our public speeches because we still saw each other. And although it wasn't in person, the first speech was very intimidating. So after this class and all the lessons, I genuinely respect my professor, and I can honestly say that I have learned a lot, and I've learned that no matter what, I'm going to have to give speeches and talk in front of people, and it's nothing to be afraid of. If I learn what I have to do, and I plan, and I am credible, and I do what I have to do, and I don't have these crazy informational visual aids, I'm going to be okay. So thank you, Professor, for your class. I really appreciated it. And thank you for teaching me all these secret, or not even really secret tricks, but thank you for teaching me what you did because I can say that I'm confident enough to do a speech in front of people now. So if I were anyone else in this class, or not in this class, or if I had to give advice for someone to take a speech class that was in my shoes, I would definitely recommend your course. So thank you.